Jai Van Jai Sapadika Shri Shri Guru Gaurachandra Ju Ki Jai Jai Shri Giriraj Govardhan Ju Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupada Paramhansa Pari Prajakacharya Statera Sata Shri Shivan Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupada Paramhansa Pari Prajakacharya Statera Sata Shri Shivan Srila Bhakti Rakak Sri Dardev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Welcome to Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mission Morning Class. Dandavat. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Chita Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavangsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitangstam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vidangsha Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Haribo Jai. Continuing to read the first chapter of the first of the Adi Lila of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. We are now on text number 51. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Ki Jai Srila Om Vishnupade Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Text 51. Jnanam Parama Guhyam Me Yad Vijnana Samanvitam Sarahasyam Tadangam Cha Grihana Gaditam Maya. Please hear attentively what I shall speak to you, for transcendental knowledge about me is not only scientific, but also full of mysteries. Not only scientific, because it is gradation, very, very systematic and perfect, but it is full of mysteries. Haribol. Text 52. Yavanahang yata bhavo yadrupag guna karmaka tataiva tattva vijnanam astume madanugrahat. By my causeless mercy, be enlightened in truth about my personality, manifestations, qualities, and pastimes. By my causeless mercy, be enlightened in truth about my personality, my manifestations, qualities, and pastimes. It's astonishing. We have no qualification for entering into these subject matters, but the Lord is saying, I am going to tell you about this. The transcendental personal forms of the Lord are a mystery, and the symptoms of these forms, which are absolutely different from anything made of mundane elements, are also mysterious. The innumerable forms of the Lord, such as Shyamasundar, Narayan, Rama, and Gaurasundar. The colors of these forms, white, red, yellow, cloud-like Shyama, and others. His qualities as the responsive personality of Godhead to pure devotees, and as impersonal Brahman to Dvait speculators. This is very nice. As the responsive, meaning he is reciprocating. He is reciprocating. That responsive personality of Godhead is seen by pure devotees, and the impersonal Brahman is seen to dry speculators. His uncommon activities, like lifting Govardhan Hill, marrying more than 16,000 queens at Dwarka, and entering the rasa dance with the damsels of Braja, expanding himself in as many forms as there were damsels in that dance. These and innumerable other uncommon acts and attributes are all mysterious. That means we cannot push down the door to see what these things are. One aspect of which is presented in the scientific knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita, which is read and adored all over the world by all classes of scholars, with as many interpretations as there are empiric philosophers. All right. The truth of these mysteries was revealed to Brahma by the descending process. Okay, pop quiz. What is the descending process? Amnaya from the kitchen. 10 points to the kitchen. But what is the meaning of that? Did you say the revealed knowledge of the absolute truth? Yes, I couldn't hear the last part, but I think that's completely right. It's revealed knowledge. It's coming down into the heart of the great Vaishnava, and from those Vaishnavas to the heart of their practitioner devotees. This is descending knowledge. That means it is the absolute truth. It is always existing. It's not interfered with by anything. It is absolute. There is no other thing than that. But that understanding is coming down. It's not like we're taking a big pot of material elements and cooking them together and finding out what reality is. That can never be. 100 billion items of illusion are not going to add up to truth. So this is by the descending process, without the help of the ascending one. So is that clear, ascending and descending?
Without the help of the ascending. The ascending one is the Lord.
No, ascending one means knowledge. Like I'm going to, I see that, and I take apart this thing, and then I find out that it's this and that, and now I know all about it. But why it's like that, no idea.
So the knowledge, divine knowledge is revealed by the descending process.
Yes. Very good. So there'll be a pop quiz later on about this again. That's a very important thing to understand. Amnaya Tattva. Dashmul Tattva, which is a book by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Very nice book, and it's all about Amnaya. The Lord's mercy descends to a devotee like Brahma, and through Brahma to Narada, from Narada to Vyasa, from Vyasa to Shukadev, and so on in the bona fide chain of disciplic succession. We cannot discover the mysteries of the Lord by our mundane endeavors. They are only revealed by His grace to the proper devotees. These mysteries are gradually disclosed to the various grades of devotees in proportion to the gradual development of their service attitude. In other words, impersonalists who depend upon the strength of their poor fund of knowledge and morbid speculative habits without submission and service in the form of hearing, chanting, and the others mentioned above, cannot penetrate to the mysterious region of transcendence, where the supreme truth is a transcendental person, free from all tinges of material elements. We should never conceive of any material quality in the Lord, no matter what's going on. There's nothing mundane there. So, the service, what are the 9 kinds of devotional service? Pop quiz. And Sakyam and Atmani. Perfect. Woohoo! The kitchen is another 20 points to the kitchen. And Brajamohini Didi specifically. So Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. So all these things are service. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, Archanam, serving the deity, Vandanam, offering prayers, Dasyam, considering oneself the servant, Sakyam, considering oneself the friend of the Lord, and Atmanivedanam, full self-surrender. These are all service. And Kirtan is also Kirtan, it's chanting together. That's Sankirtan. But Kirtan also means what Brajamohini just did. She's heard this and now she's singing that. Or she's teaching it. So teaching is also a form of Kirtan. Or sharing when you go out to the street and you share something. That's also Kirtan. So all these things are very nice. So, again, we'll read this. These mysteries are gradually disclosed to the various grades of devotees in proportion to the gradual development of their service attitude. In other words, impersonalists who depend upon the strength of their poor fund of knowledge and morbid speculative habits without submission and service in the forms of hearing, chanting, and the others mentioned above, cannot penetrate into the mysterious region of transcendence. They can't. So, pyastiyat prapadasimnya vichinchatatve. They can only maybe approach the general area of the tips of the toes of Govinda, the outskirts of the tips of the toes of Govinda. You cannot actually see the Lord at all. The transcendence, where the Supreme Truth is a transcendental person, free from all tinges of the material elements, discovering the mystery of the Lord, eliminates the impersonal feature realized by the common spiritualists who are merely trying to enter the spiritual region from the mundane platform. Any questions about that? This purport, I mean, this is so much information right here. It's just amazing. How does he do that? So in the Sri Upanishads, there's a prayer saying, please remove your dazzling effulgence, which is the Brahma Jyoti, so that I can see your form of bliss. Any questions about any of that? Okay, text 53. Aham evasam evagre nanyad yat sadasat param pascharaham tade tatscha yovashisheta somyaham. Prior to the... I really love this verse. This is one of the Chatushloki of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Prior to the cosmic manifestation, only I exist. That doesn't mean in the Transcendental. He's talking about I, meaning Mahavishnu. Vishnu. But of course above that is Vaikuntha, so many servitors and so many that. But he's saying as the Lord, as Vishnu, prior to the cosmic manifestation, only I exist, and no phenomenon exists, either gross, subtle, or primordial. Primordial means the potential substance. But Oh, I thought you were telling me something about my nose. After creation, only I exist in everything. And after annihilation, only I remain eternally. This is one of the 4 original verses of the Srimad Bhagavatam given by Narada Muni to Vyasa. You were going to ask something?
Yes. What is the meaning of phenomena?
Phenomena?
Yeah, phenomena in this context.
It means something that is phenomenal means it's something that comes and then is gone. Like a phenomenon. Oh, it was a thing that just happened, but it's not permanent. It's like a temporary manifestation.
So no temporary manifestation, no phenomena, either gross, subtle, or primordial.
Yeah.
Only
me.
Him.
And then when I want to develop all those things, I do that. But it is still only me. It's my energy. And Krishna is absolute. His energy and his self are non-different and different at the same time. So we are also part of his energy. So we are part and parcel of the Lord. Very teeny tiny little parcels. Aham means I. Therefore the speaker who is saying aham, I, must have his own personality. I mean, this is so logical. So the reason that Srila Prabhupada is emphasizing this here in the purport is why? Can you think?
To beat the Mayavadis.
Yes, perfect. The Mayavadi philosophers interpret this word aham as referring to the impersonal Brahman who has no form, no personality, and he's talking. The impersonal, non-differentiated absolute has something to say, but he's not a person. The Mayavadis are very proud of their grammatical knowledge, but any person who has actual knowledge of grammar can understand that aham means I, and that I refers to a personality. Therefore, the personality of Godhead speaking to Brahma uses aham while describing his own transcendental form. Aham has a specific meaning. It is not a vague term that can be whimsically interpreted. Aham, when whimsically interpreted, real interpretation is also there, but this is not interpretation, meaning bringing out the inner meaning without destroying the meaning. Whimsical interpretation is something different. It means actually covering up the meaning with something else. Aham, when spoken by Krishna, refers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and nothing else. Yasya prabha prabhavato jagadandakoti. Yasya means it belongs to someone. That prabha, that great light, that great effulgence, that is someone's. So there's a very beautiful part in the Chaitanya Charitamrita where Advaita Acharya is covering some of these points. It's like if you know something to mean something, you can't interpret it to mean something else. You can interpret it meaning you bringing out more and more of the depths of the same meaning. Or an alternative meaning which is in the same line as that original meaning. Before the creation and after its dissolution, only the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his associates exist. There is no existence of material elements. This is confirmed in the Vedic literature. Vasudeva va idang agra asina brahma na cha shankaraha. The meaning of this mantra is that before creation there was no existence of Brahma or Shiva, for only Vishnu existed. Vishnu exists in his abode, the Vaikunthas. There are innumerable Vaikuntha planets in the spiritual sky, and on each of them Vishnu resides with his associates and his paraphernalia. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, that although the creation is periodically dissolved, there is another abode which is never dissolved. The word creation refers to the material creation, because in the spiritual world everything exists eternally and there is no creation or dissolution. The Lord indicates herein that before the material creation, He existed in fullness with all transcendental opulences, including, can you mention any of the transcendental opulences? Pop quiz, just any, 2 or 3.
Of the Lord?
Yeah.
Beauty, humility, strength.
I don't think humility is included in those 6 opulences.
Beauty, renunciation.
Yes, renunciation.
Strength.
Strength, right. All knowledge. Yeah, fame.
Knowledge.
All knowledge. I'm doing this, but of course His knowledge. He is the absolute truth. So what does He not know? And yes, very good. If one thinks of a king, he automatically thinks of his secretaries, ministers, military commanders, palaces, and so on. Since a king has such opulences, he can simply try to imagine the opulences of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When the Lord says aham, therefore, it is to be understood that He exists with full potency, including all opulences. We think of opulences in terms of mundane things, but original opulences are eternal. They are there's nothing polluting them. Like our vision of opulences in this world is very polluted. All right. So we'll go on with this purport. Srila Prabhupada is taking apart the different words in this purport. The word yat refers to Brahman, the impersonal effulgence of the Lord. In the Brahma Samhita, it is said, Tad Brahma Nishkalam Anantam Ashesha Bhutam. That's the same verse. Yasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagananda Koti. Yachakshurasti Jagananda Chaya Yaranta Anna. Koti Shvashesha Vasudadi Vibhuti Bindam Tad Brahma Nishkalam Anantam Ashesha Bhutam. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. The Brahman effulgence expands unlimitedly. Just as the sun is a localized planet with the sunshine expanding unlimitedly from that source, so the Absolute Truth is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and His effulgence of energy, Brahman, expanding unlimitedly. From that Brahman energy, the creation appears just as a cloud appears in sunshine. I like that. That's a beautiful analogy. The cloud is appearing within the sunshine. So the Brahman effulgence, the mundane conceptual plane, is appearing within that. That's nice, huh? From the cloud comes rain, from the rain comes vegetation, and from the vegetation comes fruits and flowers, which are the basis of subsistence for many other forms of life. Similarly, the effulgent bodily luster of the Supreme Lord is the cause of the creation of the infinite universes. The Brahman effulgence is impersonal, but the cause of that energy is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. From Him, in His abode, the Vaikunthas, this Brahma Jyoti emanates. He is never impersonal. Since impersonalists cannot understand the source of this Brahman energy, they mistakenly choose to think this impersonal Brahman the ultimate or absolute goal. But, as stated in the Upanishad, one has to penetrate the impersonal effulgence, and that's the other verse. Please remove this brilliant effulgence so that I can see your form of bliss, and that's Sri Upanishad. But it's stated in the Upanishad that one has to penetrate the impersonal effulgence to see the face of the Supreme Lord. If one desires to reach the source of the sunshine, he has to travel through the sunshine to reach the sun and then meet the predominating deity there. the sun, the Lord of the sun. The absolute truth is the Supreme Person, Bhagavan. As Srimad Bhagavatam explains. Any comments from the kitchen about any of this? Sat means effect, and asat means cause.
I have a question. Didi.
And param refers to the ultimate truth. Sat. Sat asat param. Sat asat. Sat asat. Generally we know sat meaning existence and asat meaning non-existent, or that which is not real or not eternal. Sat meaning existence, meaning eternal existence. But here, sat, the effect, asat,
Does sat also means true?
The effect. Yes, truth. After Krishna, only I exist in everything. After I no phenomena exists. See this. All right, we'll just have to read this with submission and hope that it will be revealed.
Okay.
What was that?
Oh, but I also had a question that sat,
The translation of that verse, the first verse of the Brahma Samhita, Sachirananda Vigraha. Sat.
Eternity or
truth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, truth and eternity are synonymous.
Mm-hmm.
What we think of existing in the phenomenal plane, that is generally referred to as asat. But here there's a different meaning. Mm-hmm. So because this is descending knowledge, we are submitting ourselves to hearing this, because we understand it as time goes by.
Okay.
I mean, I'm saying that to myself. Sat means effect and asat means cause, and param refers to the ultimate truth, which is transcendental to cause and effect. Cause. Oh, I see. So this is... Okay, so this is in the other direction. So, sat, asat, meaning cause. This is meaning the cause of the mundane. And then the effect is illusion. But anyway, let's just keep going. The cause of the creation is called Mahat Tattva, or total material energy, and its effect is the creation itself, which is... But neither cause nor effect existed in the beginning. They emanated from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as did the energy of time. This is stated in the Vedanta Sutra, Janmadhyasya Yataha. The source of birth of the cosmic manifestation, or Mahat Tattva, is the personality of Godhead. This is confirmed throughout Srimad Bhagavatam and the Bhagavad Gita. In the Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter, 10th canto, the Lord says, Aham sarvasya prabhava. I am the fountainhead of all emanations. The material cosmos, being temporary, is sometimes manifest and sometimes unmanifest, but its energy emanates from the Supreme Absolute Lord. Before the creation, there was neither cause nor effect. So this is that sat and asat are referring to the creation of the mundane phenomenon. But the Supreme Personality of Godhead existed with his full opulence and energy, cause and effect. Cause being asat, or ignorance, and the effect being sat. So ignorance being the cause of existence of that phenomenon. The word paschat, aham, indicate that the Lord exists after the dissolution of the cosmic manifestation. When the material world is dissolved, the Lord still exists personally in the Vaikunthas. During the creation, the Lord also exists as He is in the Vaikunthas, and He also exists as a supersoul within the material universes. This is confirmed in the Brahma Samhita, Goloka eva nivasatya kilatma bhutam. Although He is perfectly and eternally present in Goloka Vrindavan in Vaikuntha, He is nevertheless all-pervading, akilatma bhuta. Goloka eva nivasatya. Okay, so that verse is Goloka eva nivasatya kilatma. Oh, 537, verse 37. Can you find Brahma Samhita? Would you mind? He is nevertheless all-pervading, akilatma bhuta. Ananda Chimaya Rasa Pratibhavita Abhis Tabirya Eva Nija Rupataya Kalabe Goloka Eva Niva Satya Kilatma Bhuta. Goloka Eva Niva Satya. Although He is perfectly and eternally present in Goloka Vrindavan, in Vaikuntha He is nevertheless all-pervading, Akilatma Bhuta. Although He is in one place, He is all-pervading. All right. The all-pervading feature of the Lord is called the Supersoul. In the Bhagavad Gita it is said, aham kritsnasya jagata prabhava. Oh, I'm going over time. The cosmic manifestation is a display of the energy of the Supreme Lord. The material elements, earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego, display the inferior energy of the Lord, and the living entities are His superior energy. Since the energy of the Lord is not different from Him, in fact, everything exists is Krishna in His impersonal feature. Sunshine, sunlight, and heat are not different from the sun, yet, simultaneously, they are distinct energies of the sun. So similarly, the cosmic manifestation and the living entities are energies of the Lord, and they are considered to be simultaneously one with and different from Him. The Lord therefore says, I am everything, because everything is His energy, and therefore non-different from Him. There's something else to be said here that I think is important, because we're studying these things, and we may memorize many things about this. But we have to understand there's another element, and that is swarat. He is fully independent. We have to accommodate that dancing will of the independent, infinite Lord. We cannot place Him inside of our intellect. But we are studying these things to try to understand something about that person whom we hope to one day adore fully and purely. But that is coming to a plane of jnana prayasam. You have to give up some feeling in the mind of any kind of restriction on the Lord. That I understand all about this, this, and this. It's not like that. If we want to enter one day into loving relationship with the Lord, we have to understand we can't be in that mood of gyan at all. He's fully dancing. There's only one thing to know about Krishna, really, is my service in Lila, in the pure heart of the pure devotee. All the other things are Krishna can change everything. He's not restricted by these things. But we are studying these things under the order of our Guru in order to understand something they want us to understand about the Lord. But we need to approach this always in the mood of surrender. Because surrender means I've come to a position where the Lord can do anything and everything, and I'm ready to participate in that. That's the goal. So it's important not to think, I got my, whatever it's called, the Shastri graduation certificate or something, and then I know all about Krishna. That will be a great delusion. It's very important to keep this in mind. So we are memorizing things, and it is very sweet to do that. And it's and remembering all these things. And it is wonderful. And it's not like it's illusion or anything like that, but we are trying to come beyond that plane from where we are right now through the mood of surrender to Lila. And that's all rights reserved, all freedom of the absolute will. There's no restriction. There's no, like Mother Yashoda, she's not chasing Krishna with a stick and going, you are the Yasya Prabhavato, there's unrestricted play is the final understanding or the final position. You can say final meaning, there's no, it's infinite, but we have to always keep this in mind. Is that clear? Was that a clear point? So we don't want to become just big scholars, That's not going to give us any shelter at all. The shelter is only in surrender. So we'll just read this last paragraph. Gone a little over time here. Yo Vaishishyetas SCSMission indicates that the Lord is the balance that exists after the dissolution of the creation. The spiritual manifestation never vanishes. It belongs to the internal energy of the Supreme Lord and exists eternally. What an interesting word that Srila Prabhupada has used here. The Lord is the balance. Everything is actually balanced on the absolute reality. And we have to really see this all the time in our own lives. If the cosmic manifestation is manifesting, but He is the balance. He is the supreme integer. It's like, oh no, dissolution. Oh, creation, well, that's good. It's not like that. He is the absolute reality. Krishna consciousness means to be aware of these things always, to be aware of Him always. That He is the balance of every event, of everything. When the external manifestation is withdrawn, the spiritual activities of Goloka and the rest of the Vaikunthas continue unrestricted by material time, which has no existence in the spiritual world. Therefore, in Bhagavad Gita it is said, Yat gatva na nivartante tadama paramang mama. That abode from which no one returns to this material world is the supreme abode of the Lord. How about that? Any questions or comments? That's a lot. It's unbelievable. It's so condensed what Srila Prabhupada gave in this very, very beginning of the Chaitanya Charitamrita. None of us had ever even heard of Mayavad philosophy. But he was like, don't even go down that road, and this is why. We had some influence from India about that, actually. But he made sure that was never going to be something we would fall into. Although, Well, that's a big subject. Okay. Jai Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj ki jai, Srila Om Vishnupad A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Okay. Jai Sri Upadesamrita by Srila Rupa Goswami ki jai, Sad Goswami Prabhu ki jai, jai our Supreme Master Srila Rupa Goswami ki jai. Ready?
Yes.
Actually, I think I'm just going to read today. Yes, I'm going to just keep reading the purport from verse number 10. This is now page 279, and toward the top, we've just read this verse, Sri Vishnu Shavane Parikshid Abhavad Vyasaki Kirtane. Maharaj Parikshit attained Krishna in full by hearing of Sri Vishnu. Shukadev did so by kirtan of him, Prahlad by remembrance of him, Lakshmi by serving his feet, Prithu by worshipping of him, King Prithu, Akrura by obeisances to him, and Hanuman by service to him, by friendship with him, and Bali by full surrender of the self unto him. Oh, by friendship with him. Okay.
I just want to make one quick comment. That is incredible how the principle of Guru and Guru Parampara keeps coming up again and again in different scriptures that we have been reading.
Yes, how wonderful. How great that you're noticing that. It is so important. Anybody can set up a shop and call themselves a guru. But, like I could set up a shop and call myself a nuclear physicist. But are you going to fall for that? You're going to say, well, where did you learn? How did you study? Where did you do your internship? Who is your mentor? What have you done in this field? But guru, no problem. Don't even ask any questions. And he's saying, no, you need to know who is really a guru. Krishna is saying, the evam parampara praptim. I set up the parampara, and this is how you will find me. Very good. It's really important. Like that girl. One girl came here. I've told this story before, but it's really quite humorous. I mean, it was kind of sad. But she was very spiritual, And and I asked her name, and she said some name, and I said, what is it? And then I finally realized what she was saying in Sanskrit. I said, oh, who is your guru? She says, I can't remember. It was somebody I met when I was in India. Can't remember his name. But he's my guru, and now he gave me this name, and now I have a spiritual name. It's like some guru guy. He doesn't know who he is, where he comes from, what he does in his spare time. No philosophy, no nothing. Curly hair, big thing, give you a name, give me some money. Then Devashi Narada, after hearing of Hanuman's appreciation for the Pandava's fortune, we're not here, we went. Oh no. So now we're at the bottom of the page actually. Devarshi Narada said, so Yudhisthira saying, after he's praising the Yudhisthira so much, Yudhisthira Maharaj said, what are you saying, O Devarshi? Of course, Krishna favors us. We cannot deny that. But what is our position? We have no position at all. On the other hand, I feel every now and then that by seeing our example, people in general won't want to serve Krishna. Anybody know in the kitchen who's speaking here? Yes, and now Yudhisthira is responding to him. So Yudhisthira is saying, people will calculate that by being such an intimate friend of Krishna, the Pandavas had to pass through so many difficult troubles and dangers throughout the whole of their lives. So to become a Krishna Bhakta means that one must suffer troubles throughout one's whole life, they will think. I am afraid that by thinking of us, people will not venture to approach Krishna, and that they will think that devotion to Krishna means suffering, like we have. So Yudhishthira is thinking, nobody should even know about us. As soon as they think of our lives, they'll think, oh, they're Krishna Bhaktas. I don't want to be one of those. Devarshi Narada said, no, I do not see it from that angle of vision. What is danger or affliction to the Pandavas? What is the meaning of that? Danger is the messenger that Krishna is coming. When the Pandavas are in danger, that is nothing but a message that Krishna is coming to you. So your mother also prayed, Vipada Shantuta Sashva Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru Bhavato Darshanam Yatsyad Apunar Bhavadarshanam. That's a really famous verse spoken by Queen Kunti. Pop quiz, who is Queen Kunti? The mother of the 5 Pandavas. Another 10 points to the kitchen.
Wow, Rajadevi is crushing it today.
Let danger come. May it visit us always. We don't care about that because danger brings Krishna very close to our hearts. We rather like danger that brings Krishna into our intimate connection. This famous statement of your mother Kunti stands there. So Devarshi Narada is saying, no. We don't see it like this. We think you are so dear to Krishna that danger means association with the Lord. And your mother has said this very strongly, substantially. On behalf of the Pandavas, Yudhishthira said, yes, Krishna visits us now and then at the time of our dire need, but how fortunate are the Yadus. Krishna is always with them. They do not care for any other power in the world. They are so proud of their master Krishna, and he is very closely connected with them. So they are very fortunate. Then Narada went to the Yadus, and there he began to chant many things in praise of them. And they said, what are you saying, Devarshi Narada? Krishna is with us, of course. And at any time of great danger, he comes to help us. But how much do we care for him? We are living independently, careless about his existence. But Uddhava is really his favorite. Whatever Krishna does, he consults with Uddhava, and in all of his confidential dealings, Uddhava is present. In every case, through thick and thin, Krishna is with Uddhava. So when the Yadus were speaking this, they were sitting in the Sudharma assembly hall, and they're waiting for Krishna. They're talking among themselves, but really their attention is on the door. They're waiting for Krishna to appear, and they've actually come. The Yadus, remember? They're the family into which Krishna appeared.
Nanda Maharaj. No,
that's a different thing. But that's a long. We can look into that a little bit more later. But the Yadu. So Krishna is called Yadava, a member of the Yadu dynasty.
Oh.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. And Uddhava is also part of that. But Uddhava was always with Krishna. So Narada has appeared in the Sudharma assembly hall, and he is speaking with them. And they're saying, no. Sometimes he's here with us, and sometimes he's not, but he's always with Uddhava. So they say, what are we? No, you should go to Uddhava. So the Yadu dynasty. If you want to really learn a lot about the Yadu dynasty, you can go to Vedabase online and just type in Yadu dynasty, and then you'll find so many things. And there are descriptions also in the Mahabharata, of course. In every case, through thick and thin, Krishna is with Uddhava, so we envy the fortune of Uddhava. Envy is not the best word here, but it's not that kind of envy.
It is in the positive plane.
Yes, exactly. So, Vasudev is the father of Krishna in Mathura and Dwarka Lila. So that's in the Yadu dynasty. He's in the Yadu dynasty. So, but you will find out more about that. You can Google, not Google, but you can go into the Vedabase. So you just type it in, one thing after another. Really, it's so nice. Then I once typed in the Skanda Purana. It really surprised me what came up. The Skanda is the lord of military strength. He's the son of Shiva, and he's the military commander of the demigods. But such beautiful things are in the Skanda Purana. Astonishing. Then Narada went to Uddhava. So we can stop here from where Narada is approaching Uddhava. Any questions or comments? Haribol. All right. So next time we'll be singing Yadavaya Madhavaya, which we're about to do. Remember, in the Yadu dynasty. And the demigods appeared there. Many, many great personalities appeared before Krishna in the Yadu dynasty. There's the Yadu dynasty and the Kuru dynasty. Jai Sri Upadesamrita ki jai. Sri Rupa Goswami ki jai. Hari Raya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram Shrimati Sudam. Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan. Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra. Gadadhar Srivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath. Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasa Raghunath. Hey Chai Gosai Kori Charana Vanda. Jahate Vignana Shabista Purana. Hey Chai Gosai Jamuita Dada. Tansabara Pararenu Mor Panchagra. Tandera Jayama Pade Majayama Shri Guru Vaishnava Parapadma Koriya Hari Nam Sankirtan Kohe Narottamada Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hari Bol Hari Shri Guru Gaurachandra Ju Ki Jai Jai Shri Giriraj Govardhan Ju Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Srila Bhakti Rakak Sri Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Rupa Nuga Guru Varga Ki Jai Jai Mahaprabhu Ki Jai Giraju Ki Jai Namacharya Sri Laharidas Thakur Ki Jai Sadgoswami Prabhu Ki Jai Saparshad Sriman Mahaprabhu Ki Jai Saparshad Sri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakund Radha Kundagiri Govardhan Ki Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai Chaitanya Saraswat Mission Ki Jai Tadi Shakamat Ki Jai Kol Kartal Ki Jai Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai Srimati Tulsi Devi Ki Jai Samaveda Vaishnava Mandala Ki Jai Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Nitai Gaur Premanandi Haribo
Jai Shrimati Shileka Devi
Jai
Ki
Gurudev Haribo.
Jai, and good morning to all the beautiful devotees that are with us this morning online. Divya Shakti Didi, Shanta Didi, Induleka Didi, Lavanya Didi.
Haribo.
Haribo. And Kumkum Didi.
Oh, Kumkum. Hope you're well, Kumkum Didi. Traveling around.